through the season, while we're taking these harvests, we're growing on fresh plants so we can maintain a continuation of fresh salad all through the year. And these are some more little gem lettuces. And I think it's time we move these on, because I've been taking harvest of lettuce for the last few weeks. Lots that I use on my cooking channel. So whatever you're harvesting, make sure you've backed up these plants, and then you can just pop some fresh ones in, which we'll do right now. And this is a container that I've been taking harvest from. It did have lettuces and beetroot leaves in it initially, but now they've all been exhausted, and they've fed us for quite a few weeks. So now it's time to refill this and get more growing. And also at the same time throughout the year, I start and do a mix from harvested containers, and I mix it with new compost, adding a little bit of feed at the same time. So we're saving money on compost all through the year by constantly amending the spent compost. Plus, you don't really need that much in the way of depth for lettuce because it's a shallow rooted plant. So that's been part filled, and we amend that by adding more nutrients to it, like Grow More, which this is, or Fish Blood and Bone, and just give that a little mix in. And then we just need to top it up with some fresh compost. And then I like to just level it out a little bit, firming it down at the same time. And before we put these plugs in, we'll take away those yellowing leaves at the bottom. I mean, even this large one, it's going yellow, so it's not going to grow anymore. And then we've got a really good clean plant to start off. Then I'm going to make a really deep hole to push this plant into. Make it nice and firm at the same time. And now that root system's going directly into that feed that we added before we top this container up. And then we do the same with this one. Old leaves, take away. Root system's fine, it's not tangled. And then we don't have to give them much space because these are like a romaine lettuce. So they grow more upright than they do out. Which is perfect for containers because you can get more in. So you're utilising that small area to its maximum. And I think if we just put maybe 4 in this container, that is going to keep us going in salads again for a few more weeks. So same as before, nice and firm, push it in that there, that's it, gone. And this pack holds 12 individual lettuce plants. So even after we've done this container, we've still got a lot left to put elsewhere. So in, nice and firm, planted deep, and then just one more for this container, and that'll do it. And straight in. And that quick and easy, you've now replenished that supply of salads that you're continuously eating every single week. Got 4 really nice plants in there. There's another 8 plants still left in this pack, plus we've already got other plants growing outside supplying us with lettuce leaf. So as they become exhausted, these will become ready for harvest. And as these become ready for harvest, these will get moved on as well. So all through the year, that cycle never ends as long as you keep growing some backup plants. And now all we need to do is give it a bit of water. And now this is ready to go back into container garden with the rest of the plants. So that's another nice little salad planter all set up. And while we're out here, we can also check as plants to make sure that they're tied up properly, and also to see if any of those black fly that we treated have come back, like there. And then we just have to blast them again, and eventually they'll go. So a quick check for bugs. Tie your plants up so that you can always see the stems. It's easier that way to spot any more infestations on your plants, and then you can deal with those straight away, while at the same time getting another little harvest. So we've planted those lettuce. We've took another little harvest while we were down there as well. Because you always need to remember with peas and beans, if you don't pick them, they stop producing flowers. Therefore, you won't get any more beans. So keep your eye out for them. And as soon as you see this size, you need to take them off. And obviously while we were down there, we checked that plant again for black fly, and there is some back on it. And so we've now given them a second treatment. And if we keep doing that every other day, we'll win in the end. And that's why you need to keep your plant tied up, because it's always exposing that stem. So whenever you pass, you can easily spot if anything is on your plant. Anyway, if you want to see what else we sow and grow as we go through summer, then please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and we'll see you next time. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for watching.